Hello and welcome to Fashion for Lunch with Olivia. I hope you fix yourself a fabulous lunch as we talk about all things fashion and self-expression. And today we're gonna get some fashion insights with the one and only queen, Kumela Kumslut. Isn't it exciting?
Hey guys!
So a little bit about Kumela. She made her debut in 2016. That's only like pretty recent, and she has achieved so much. She has been featured in multiple Malaysian media outlets, as well as local events. Like she is well known in that she is a superstar. Like Berlin is Burning, Rainbow Roja, and Shangri-La. Also, she just released her first self-written single titled Sunshine. Now let me allow to officially welcome Kumela Kumslut.
Hello everybody!
Hi,
Ni
thank you for joining us
hao! Salam
today.
sejahtera! Thank you for having me. I'm
Oh,
so
you look
excited.
fabulous. I'm so excited as well. We are going to talk about so much today. And wow, I just have to say, you look like you just come straight out of a painting. Like, look at that. Look at the background compared to mine.
Thank you. No, you look
Literally.
beautiful tonight, and your background is beautiful too.
Well,
Okay, I
thank
love
you.
your
I
blue.
mean, all this makeup has to make up for that boring background. But anyway, for those who are not familiar with Kumela Kumslut, let us know, how did you come up with your stage name? It's very vivacious.
I actually don't have like a super interesting story or whatever, honestly, about the name because the name Kumela Kumslut, honestly, it just came into my head one day, like spontaneously, and it just
It
felt
just
so
came to
right.
you?
Yeah, it just came to me literally with a K, right?
Yeah, with a K. But did you
The,
have to like sleep on it? Like, I like
no,
this
no, no,
name.
no, no, no. Yeah, okay. The thing about the name is that when the name came to into my head, I was like, this is perfect. This is it. Like, it just felt right. So I just
So
decided to
it's like
go with it. I didn't even have a second thought about it. I just went for it. It just feels me.
probably one of those 3 a.m. thoughts that are just random, but they just feel so right. And the next
Yeah.
day, you don't even question them. You're just like, yes, that is the one.
Yeah. I mean, like sometimes I just come into your life and it just feels right, and you just gotta take it. You honestly have to honor your creativity.
Mm,
When these things come, it feels right, you just gotta grab
definitely,
it.
definitely. I think it just came to you, so you have to become Kumela Kumslut and make
Yeah,
it what it is, like
to
what you
make it
want it to be.
official too, to have like a name to make it official too, that was very important for sure.
All right.
Yeah.
So how did you actually stumble into drag?
Well, my first drag experience locally, I've been to Blue Boy. It's this club in KL. It's an old club. They have been around for like many many years, and the queens there are amazing too. They have shows every week there, and I've been there a couple of times. This was like my first. This was even way years before I started even doing drag. So maybe my early party days, maybe 2013,
We
14,
we all have those days.
around those times. Yeah, and that was my first encounter. I was like, oh my god, that's amazing. I mean, these girls, in their costumes and like performing, to pop songs. I mean,
Man,
that's me as a gay boy living my dream, lah, right?
that was a fantasy.
Yeah, but I have to say, as I grew older, of course, like in the recent years, like right before I debuted Kumela Kumslut, I would have to say, RuPaul's Drag Race, the
Mhm.
show definitely influenced
Yes,
me to also want to do drag. But in the beginning, honestly, I didn't thought like I would do it professionally, because in the beginning I did it just for fun. I
mm,
just did it for fun. But then as I see also, like, honestly, how important it is, like the love and support that I get, and how I'm able to inspire other young kids to honestly just be themselves and express themselves in any way or form. No, not just through drag, but
mm,
I'm happy that I'm able to make these young queens be brave, honestly, to come out, to dress up, to come and
mm.
perform, to attend the party and just be themselves,
Yeah.
express in their most authentic way.
Well, it's so
Yeah.
cool that you can do what you love and call it your job. Like your job is to inspire other people. That
That
is
that's
everyone's dream.
one. Yeah,
You don't have
honestly,
to
I mean
work a
that's
single
the
day.
Yeah, that's like the greatest gift, like, honestly. I mean, even with with drag, like I honestly don't feel like it's a job. Every time, like when I do my shows, it's like a party, it's like a crazy party, like
Man,
everybody,
you are living the life,
I,
living the
I,
life queen.
I am. We have to. We
We
have to.
have to, we have to.
Yeah.
But how did it feel like your first interaction with drag? Just now you said you attended a party even before you went into drag. How did it feel like to you? What were you thinking at the time?
I mean, I was definitely, as my first time, I was definitely a bit like, wow, with all the glitter and the lights and the music and the stage presence. Like I really loved it. And for me, that too inspired me as a young queer person, as a young queer boy.
Mhm.
And for me personally, I only hope that when people come to my show or to our show, I want them to feel inspired to be themselves too, you know? That's
Mhm.
ultimately like what I want, and that's why I continue to do like what I do to this day. It's because of all you kids.
So you want to inspire them like how your first drag experience inspired you. And it goes
Yes,
on and on for
yes, it goes
generations,
on and
honey.
on. Yes. I want to liberate the kids. I want to liberate the kids.
We need more of that. We need more of that. But I want to know, so does Kumela Kumslut only come out to play at night, or what does she do in the day?
Most of the time she just comes out at night, but of course sometimes she likes to play, during the day too, but
Mm,
rarely, just occasionally.
I, I see, I see. Well, if Kumela Kumslut doesn't come out to play in the day, what what
Well,
is
so
yeah.
in the day, in my boy drag, I'm
Oh yes,
Carlos,
yes. Oh, okay.
and
Tell us
I'm a
more about
fashion
Carlos.
photographer.
Oh, that is really impressive.
Yes, I actually started doing fashion photography since I was 21. Yeah. So
So
that's
you've been
quite
doing it
long.
for a while now.
Yeah, I've been doing it for a while. I started out as a wedding photographer first when I was a Form 4 and Form 5. And then after I finished my SPM, I came out to work with my uncle who is a commercial photographer. And I assisted him for a couple of years. And then that's when I ventured out and
Mm,
to on my own to do more fashion photography
mm,
because that's
mm,
what I
mm.
love. Ever since growing up, like I've always loved fashion. Like in school, I would like kumpul my duit, right? And then buy like magazines, I would buy Vogue, I would
Me,
buy
me.
Interview, Nemuro, L'Officiel, and just like, see the pictures, read about fashion, I mean, fashion honestly is a really big
Yeah.
part in my life growing up. Yeah.
That's really impressive because like Carlos and Camila, they're two different identities, but what they do somehow inspire each other, which is really cool.
Yeah, totally,
And it's really
totally.
helpful as well.
Yeah, and also
Yeah,
we share a little bit of the closet too, so that helps to save money, you know.
definitely. We gotta save those bucks. We gotta save those bucks. Well, okay, after all, this is a fashion segment. So I want to know what you're wearing. Show us your outfit for today
Okay,
because you're
well,
looking glamorous. We want to know,
show
is
you.
that designer? Is that self-crafted? Okay.
Well, okay, so this shirt that I'm wearing, this is actually a bundle piece. I got it a couple of months ago. I have not worn it, so this is actually my first time wearing
Wow,
it.
first time
And
debut. Yeah, it's this shirt's
this
debut
shirt,
today, guys.
yeah.
Exclusive.
And about this jacket, okay, so I have a very special story about this vest that I'm wearing today. This is actually the vest that I wore to my first Lady Gaga concert, which is called the Born This Way Ball. And it was in Singapore. Wait, I want to show you. Cause
Yes,
like I
she deserves a moment.
DIY this jacket is a little bit different from the original because okay, the vest initially had wigs as sleeves. Okay, so I'm gonna put it
Oh,
out and show you.
oh, you mean you cut off the sleeves?
Yeah, there was no sleeve. This is a
Oh,
vest, but I
okay.
actually pinned. You can still see
Oh,
the pin here. I actually pinned the wig around here, so I had like wig sleeves, like hairy
oh,
sleeves.
really? Why
Yes,
did you put that
yes,
on
both sides.
today?
No, because I don't have the wigs anymore, darling, and I want to keep the wig on my head.
I
So,
see, I see.
and also then I spray paint this silver paint
Oh,
of
it's
the
beautiful.
Judas cross. This is the cross that you see on Gaga's Judas single cover. And
Oh
the
yeah,
reason
I love
why I
Judas.
put this is because I was going through a heartbreak with my first ex, and that song reminds me of that, and I wanted to,
You
basically
just wanted
embrace
to
it
express.
and get over
Yeah,
it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but everything's about love. Yeah. So
I
this is
feel
the
so
jacket that's
powerful wearing it.
really special. This carried a lot of energy. It's
Yeah, we can see that. That is a designer vest right there. I'm sure you don't just bust it out for any very ordinary occasions.
No, 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 no. I mean, I haven't worn this in such a long time, so it's really good to just have it back on me.
Well, besides this fabulous vest, do you have any statement pieces that can't be like Kumela Kumslut can't be seen without?
Well, my
Loyal
fans
fans would
know that
know.
I can never go without my 10-inch laser shoes.
Are you
Yeah.
kidding? How?
Yeah.
Wow, I can never walk in those.
These are my jogging shoes,
Yep, very
guys.
casual, keeping it really casual. Beauty
Super
is
casual.
pain.
Super casual, super casual. I love this, honestly. I love this, and it's because of Lady Gaga too that inspired me to own one of these and work one of these. Honestly, these are my babies. I love them so much.
And
I
now
need
you
more.
inspired me. Yeah, now I need a pair. You inspired me to get a pair. Is that your absolute statement piece? Do you have anything else
I
you'd like
would
to
say
share as well?
I would say my shoes and also my G-string.
Of course, iconic. You shouldn't leave the house without it, honestly.
I know. I just wear this. I mean, this is the
Yeah,
best. This is
this
the
is the
best
best.
ever.
Just wearing this alone will make you feel so powerful. Although like
Yeah,
people might not see it, but as long as you feel powerful, that's all that matters.
definitely.
Well, besides all these statement pieces, what about your favorite elements? Like let's say what do you have a favorite cut or favorite
Okay.
fabric or color?
Well, it really depends on my mood, honestly, like how I'm feeling at that moment. Personally, I'm more towards a silver person, but as you can see today, I am wearing actually a mix of gold and actually silver. So I mean, this
Oh,
is
it's
what
hard
I'm
to pull
feeling
off
today.
though. Yeah,
I,
but
I
you wear
but
it so well.
thank you.
Make it
Thank
work.
you. I guess for me, always is how I feel. What I put on is how I feel. Even for like my show, for to go with a song as well. I mean, even as dancers too, right?
Mm-mm.
You put on the
Yeah,
outfit to get into the mood, right? To
definitely.
make to make that fantasy into a reality. When you put on the full ensemble.
Your emotions just control what you think, and then like you just act on it. Like, oh,
Yeah.
today I feel a little bit sexy. I want to show off my silhouette a little bit, so that's what I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with.
And sometimes you feel halal up also, and that's fine too. Sometimes I just want to wear a turtleneck and cover up a little bit. How I
Definitely.
feel. But of
Are
course,
you?
the occasional fun of like prints, which I really love. Okay, like the ones that I really, really love are like leopard prints, wild animal prints. I do
And
enjoy
lace, I'm sure.
lace,
Lace, leather, print.
leather, patent leather, snakeskin, faux snakeskin lah.
Love that. Love that. All that you can just wear everything together, and you will make it work. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
me on the
Oh,
other
and
hand,
yeah, what
if I
about you?
tried to match everything up, like all your favorite elements together, it would. I don't know if I can pull it off. I feel like I'm pretty basic when it comes to my wardrobe choices. I like black.
I like black
As you can
too.
see. Yeah, I wear black all the time, but I'm trying to break that habit and wear more colors because there's just so much to explore and there's no limit to fashion. And
Yeah.
besides black, I also like black, like leather and silver jewelry. Yeah, that's my favorite, I would say. But yeah, it just gets really repetitive.
Well, but you do
quite-
explore color with your hair, right?
My hair. Oh,
So
you're half right. You're half
you
right.
have that balance. I think
Yeah.
everybody is kind of also searching for their balance. I mean, understanding like your own personal style is like one thing, But I feel like that too, we're also always changing. That's why we're always like, okay, this era in my life, I'm feeling more black.
Yeah,
And then the
yeah.
next
And you
era,
can
maybe
yeah. And you can mark it with your hair color. So you look
yes,
back, you're like, oh, when I had red hair, I was feeling this. And it's just
yeah.
so cool to think about. What's the craziest hair color you've done?
I had pink for the longest time, and I think that was my
Oh god,
favorite. I had like
I've never
super
had
bright
pink in
neon
element.
pink for about 6 years. Yeah, and that was really, really fun.
You
And
committed to one color for 6 years.
I did, I
Wow.
did, I did. I
You
mean,
have
it
to touch
just
it all the time.
felt, yeah. Instead of changing to other color, I just continue, having pink hair. But I mean that definitely, I don't know, it definitely put my name out there too in the industry, in the fashion industry. Yeah,
So
which
people
was
would know you for
yeah,
your
of my hair
hair.
color. They don't know my
The
name, but
statement.
like they remember my hair color. Pink guy,
That
the
is so
pink hair.
true.
Yeah,
Is that I don't know you, but I remember your hair. And that's all that matters.
I mean, there's so
Remember
many
me?
icons that we remember their hair, right? I mean, like
Yes.
you can think like Amy Winehouse, okay,
Yes. Signature. Yeah, signature hair.
right? Diana Ross, okay, these are very iconic. The hair is also a huge part of fashion. It's very
Yeah,
iconic.
absolutely. Every element would add up to fashion.
Yeah.
Anything, like the smallest things, even details, even makeup.
Yes.
Everyone has their favorite makeup, and
Everything plays a huge
all the small
part
details.
into get to the whole look done right, the aesthetic, the aura, everything, the fashion,
The aura.
complete.
Yeah,
the
it
aura.
has to be complete. Well, thanks for sharing with me your favorite elements. And now that I've shared mine with you, I would like to have a challenge for you.
Okay.
So now that you know how I dress and I know how you dress, why don't we have like a little style swap where you would dress as something you think I would rock and I would dress as something you would like.
Okay. Okay.
I feel like I'm at a disadvantage because I don't have what you have, and my
I have
style is
a
pretty
lot of my
basic.
things are not here too. I have to make do and see what's up in my closet.
Okay, well, right now I'm gonna give you some time. We're gonna go off, guys, and we're gonna change, and we'll come back for the big reveal, and we'll judge each other's outfits.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. I would so wear that. Maybe it's a little bit different from my usual. Okay, she's serving angles, guys. This is a performance.
Let me check you out, girl.
And you're getting this for
check you
free.
out.
Okay. You're not ready for this. I just gotta.
Wow. Work it. Yes.
Oh, do you like it?
Love it. I love it. Love it.
Is this something you would wear though?
I would. You're showing tits.
Oh, of course. That's the most important thing, honestly.
That's the most important thing, for sure.
I even added a glove just for you.
Wow, I love the detail with the ring too.
Yeah, with the ring. It's like looking a little empty. So rate my outfit.
I love it. And with your beret too. Very sexy.
Yeah. I did not. I wasn't copying your style, although you wore it just now.
No, you were not. See, that means you guessed it right.
Oh, I
Right?
tried my best. I definitely tried my best. And I love how you're so stripped down right now to match my style. Because compared to your usual style.
I love
I
it.
think we did a good job. We
did.
just transformed each other
Of course.
through the screen.
Yes, I love it.
Wow. Do you usually actually style yourself for like your
Yeah,
videos?
I do. Most of the time I do. I style myself. Sometimes I have my best friend to help me out too, Calvin. who is the designer of Bihati. So actually, I worked with him a couple of times to to do some looks for performances and videos. And,
Mm.
yeah. So look,
Yeah,
Bihati is
I've
my
seen it.
favorite local brand, guys. Bihati is my favorite local brand. Okay, Kumela has a lot
Yes,
of
yes, we
iconic
stand.
looks.
Yes. Yeah, you did a walk for them, a show like just recently, was it?
Yes, no, that was a couple of years back. That was the end of 2018. So that was actually my first public fashion show as Kumela Kumslut, and I was in full
Wow.
hijab. Yeah, I was in full hijab, and it was rain, it was drizzling, it was quite dramatic. I was wearing my 10-inch, of course,
Of
for the show.
course. You can't miss
Yeah,
that.
but I love the drama of it. It was raining. It was really nice. It was drizzling. It wasn't like raining, but it was drizzling. I love that. It was
It
very
was
fair.
made for you. The
It
whole setup
was.
was just made for you.
It was. It
Well,
was.
since you do so many photo shoots and also like video performances that I see you record a lot, how do you come up with the concepts actually? I'm really curious to know.
So, I mean, it all depends firstly on the inspiration, and also the purpose of the video, like what is it for? I mean, the work, regardless whether pictures or photos, right? If you're talking about,
Mm-mm.
yeah.
Yeah, like
So,
both.
yeah. So usually I would think of a concept that I want to do, to say or express, or if it's a job, then like what do the client want, right? And then from there I would think like, okay, how can I put like my flair into that? If it's like
Your
work,
own
because work we
flavor.
have to, yeah, we're working
Mm-hmm.
with the client. But for myself, like usually that's me like going all out, like with however I
Yeah,
feel, okay, what I want to
definitely.
do, whether with my shoots or my video, with music or whatever, I just like plan in everything. And
Mm-hmm.
then usually after that, I would put together a mood board. The process of it, I would put together a mood board, whether it's pictures, words, music, anything that I feel that I'm inspired by, or that I feel is the aesthetics that I'm looking for, and
Mm-hmm.
after the mood board, then I would gather my team. I would pick, my makeup artists, my models, my stylists that I have to work with, um, designers, really depending on the project itself. Yeah. And then after
Mm-hmm.
getting the team, and then yeah, then we can just start planning the date of the shoot, and that's where like the fun happens.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I feel I've said definitely a lot. Take a shot every time I say definitely. But that's when you're working with the team. But what about yourself? Like if you let's say we're stuck at home and you feel like filming a performance video just for yourself, not for a client, how do you come up
Right.
with the concept? Does it
Same
limit you like,
same
oh,
thing too, but maybe my mood board I can cut that off, because sometimes I can already envision. The only purpose of my mood board is to like so that I can share with the team so that they know what we are actually working with, right? But if
mm-hmm,
let's say it's something for myself, usually
mm-hmm,
the mood board is already in here. I probably have already seen it. I probably have already heard it in
mm-hmm,
my head. And so it's quicker for me to actually just do, so
mm.
I already know like what I want to do, because it's just me, then it's just me. I just
Mm. Well,
work
for
my
me,
way through.
yeah, you gotta work your way through no matter what. But for me, like, because most of the time I take videos or take photos by myself, so I have all these ideas and I have to achieve everything myself. Like for a video,
Yeah.
I need to film it, I need to plan it, and I need to like source for outfits and edit it myself. So I find that like really exhausting and it kind of just drains me out. Like
Yeah.
I might have a lot of creative ideas, but thinking about doing it alone and how it's time consuming, I just feel like I just shelve my idea and I don't get to actually do it. So is it the same for you? Would you say like, oh, I have this brilliant idea, but because I
I
have to
mean,
do it myself,
for
yeah, then
me,
you have
when
to
I really have the idea,
alter it.
and if it's there, like that's when I would just go for it. I'm not the type of person that I would just sit too long on an idea. I don't want to, like, if I drag it too long, then I'm probably like not that into it. You
Yeah,
know what
that's
I mean?
true. That's
You know,
yeah,
like, okay,
that's
like
me.
like the perfect example is like just now you were asking about my name, how I
Mm-mm.
get the name, right? And how like, okay, that felt so right. I didn't even have the second think about it. But I totally understand when certain ideas come into to us, and we were like, even though we like it, but we have like second thought
Mm-mm-mm.
about it,
Because of
But
all these
some
other aspects Like, oh, you
Yeah,
have to do it yourself and all that.
yeah. But for me personally, I feel like if you really feel it, and when you really, really feel it, you wouldn't even question, you would just do it,
Mm,
you know? And I think sometimes, like, perhaps we doubt a little bit of ourselves, you know? That's why we don't get to go forward from that. I mean, that's pretty normal. I mean, I go it through, you know? I think the trick is always to pick yourself back up when you don't feel so inspired. I think that's always the tricky part, especially as creative people, you know. I think when we want to turn turn over that dark side, sometimes it's a little bit difficult, and I totally understand. And you know what? By all means, take all the time that you need, but you gotta remind yourself, like, you know, you gotta pick yourself back up, you know,
yeah.
dust your shoulders
Yeah.
and just get going.
Yeah,
You know?
motivation is something you have to
Yeah. And there's
find.
only one
Yeah.
you. There's only one you. No one can do you. You know, and
Yeah,
we are
so
lucky to live on this earth and to have a life. You know, I think this
and
is
all
like
these
our time.
resources as well.
Yeah, this is our time. So just go for it. Go for it,
Yeah,
guys.
just
Go for your
go for it.
dreams. Go for your dreams. Don't be afraid to fail,
PSA.
okay? Go for your dreams.
Yes, from Kumela Kumslut herself. Go for your dreams. Don't wait.
Yes.
Well, okay, still on the topic of shoots. So
Yeah.
you mentioned earlier when you're in boy drag, you're Carlos, and he's a fashion photographer. So how does that help you with your drag performances or your shoots? How does that influence you?
As a fashion photographer, you know, working with a lot of stylists and different designers and models and being behind the camera, understanding lighting, understanding body, understanding angle, I think all those play a very important role of me becoming Kumela as well. Understanding as in like
It helps you
understanding
better
Kumela.
understand.
Yeah,
yourself.
you know, her angles, you know, what's good on
I
her,
agree.
what type
I
of
agree.
fashion. I mean, because you know, I get to work with different stylists, there's a lot of different type of fashion I encounter as well. You know, every stylist has their own unique aesthetic, you know. So I definitely got to learn a lot from you know, in my photography career, you know, working with many different creative people, even makeup, you know, even hair and makeup stylists. I mean, like
Learn all
I
these
have
on the
yeah, and I
job.
have huge yeah, and I have such huge respect for them because for me personally, I'm not very good at painting other people's face. I mean, that is really a skill, honestly. Makeup
Yes.
artist, like there's a reason why that is a job, because you really to understand somebody's face
Yeah.
and do a good job, especially it's like first time. Like I maybe need to paint like that person maybe a couple of times until I get it
You're
right.
familiar.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's really not easy. Also, it's really not. So I really admire that. I learned so much. You know, not just fashion but also hair and makeup. You know, so there's a lot of things that definitely contributed in my
Yeah.
photography. The knowledge that I learned in my
Yeah.
photography career contributed to my drag.
Yeah, like I mentioned, like it goes hand in hand, which is
Yeah,
a blessing for you because like you get to be two different people, but then learn the same things and then help each other.
and more and more
And
and learn
more, and
more
more.
and more. Yeah.
Yeah, because of your performances when you're in drag, you can understand. It's the same for me as a dancer, like how to work, like which angle to work for the camera, like to see your body stance, your body language, and being able to do on the spot what the stylist wants or
Yeah.
what the photographer wants. You can just get on it because you understand your body so well
Yeah.
because of your experience with performing, right?
Yeah, it's the same too, like with performing, you know, when you're on live, you're on stage, and there's a
Yeah, I
camera there,
definitely
like,
agree with you.
how do you, you know, work with the camera? How do you play with the camera? I think that's very important
That's
to
a
as a
skill.
performer.
Yeah, it's actually pretty hard. I feel like if I'm not dancing, I would be so awkward. Like, it wouldn't
Practice
even
makes
be me.
perfect. Practice makes perfect.
Gotta make it work. So what is the difference, like, let's say aesthetic difference between Carlos and Kumela?
Kumela, the different in terms of styling, basically, Kumela is basically Carlos on acid, I would say.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
Yeah,
Yes.
you know, I mean,
Yeah.
Carlos is as casual and as subtle he can be. I mean, he's also drama and outrageous, But I feel Kumela definitely takes it up to like
Extends that.
it definitely extends that like more.
Wait, Kumela is a extension of Carlos, basically.
Yes.
Well, is she able to express what Carlos feels limited to?
Yeah, and actually that's also one of the reasons why I continue to do what I do is also because every time when I'm on stage, honestly, when I'm on stage and performing, that is me being my most honest self, with whatever song that I'm performing at that moment, what I'm trying to say. I mean, those are my emotions. I translate into my emotions that probably is difficult for me to deal with as Carlos, and I use Camela to release that and express, my emotions, through my performances. And also with my song, with songwriting, those definitely helped me to deal with a lot of things that Carlos was dealing with and to express them, in a creative and liberating way, which is very important. I believe it's the same thing for you too. I mean, like when you dance, you feel it too. And sometimes I believe you release emotions too when you actually, right, do,
Absolutely, 100%. It's like an alter ego for me. And when I'm dancing, I feel like I'm a bad bitch. I got attitude. I'm really fierce. But honestly, in real life, I'm just a goofball. And I feel
which
like
is
they're
perfect too, which is
they are
perfect.
so
You got the
contrasting.
best of the both world, best of both worlds.
Yeah, it's really great. I am so grateful for dance, which I'm sure you're really grateful for drag as well.
I am. I'm grateful for all the creative abilities that I have, that I'm able to create and share with the world. Honestly, that is, I think, one of, if not like my biggest blessing in life. Yeah.
It's definitely a blessing. But I mean, a lot of people, they don't have this alter ego, or maybe they haven't found it yet. So they have a lot of fear. So I want to ask on your opinion on why do you think there's so much fear surrounding fashion and self-expression?
For me, it's all about security and confidence, like confidence from within, right? And that's something really hard to do, to truly accept yourself fully, for all the flaws and all your insecurities, to embrace it. I think that is, for me, one of the hardest thing that I have done, to accept myself fully. And that is a very scary thing, as a queer young
It's a
kid.
journey.
And have to carry these insecurities with me for such a long time, throughout my whole school years. Honestly, I mean, those years I'm not like the same person. I'm not like how I am today at all. I'm a totally different person. Okay. And growing up, but when I start to learn, honestly, when I started photography, when I start to embrace more myself, especially after Lady Gaga's concert, after the Monday's ball, like
Very
that,
special moment.
she really made me brave. She made me want to love myself better, to treat myself better. And I think that was such an important moment in my growing up, to accepting me being a gay person and all. And that was definitely a huge point in my life, because things were never the same after that show. How I actually think about myself, how do I appreciate myself. I have to be brave enough to say no to all the self-doubts and to all the voice inside my head. I had to block that out.
It was
Because
an awakening moment for you.
Definitely, because I had to do it. I had to do it because I realized that nobody can do that for me, because I had so much love in my life. Honestly, growing up, I mean, I have honestly a really blessed childhood. Okay, I have amazing friends in my life, growing up as well till to this day. You know, I have friends who are friends with me since the ball, or even before. You
Mhm.
know, but there's this one thing that I knew that I had to do it for myself, and only I can do it for myself. You know, that is to break that fear that I
Mhm.
kept myself away from for such a long time, because I knew if I did that earlier, I know definitely there's much more things that I was able to do, you know. But I don't
So
want to
much
think
more
about
you were
that.
meant for in this life.
Yeah, but I don't want to live my life in regret. I
Mhm.
definitely don't want to live my life. I take that as a lesson, you know. I realized that, you know, I realized what I needed to do for myself. I took that and ran away with it, you know, and overcome it, because that's the only way that I can do it. That's the only way I can do it.
Wow. I'm so happy for your journey and your realization moments, because it's pretty rare. I feel like not everyone can get to experience that in their lives. So for you to know what exactly you're supposed to do is truly a blessing, and I'm really happy for you.
I
So
think to
inspired.
thank you to know like what I want to do. Like I can't really say that I know exactly what I want to do too. You know, in the sense that like, okay, photography was not planned. I didn't say like I wanted to be a photographer. That was my hobby. I was just taking pictures on my digital camera around the house. That was it, you know, and then it became a profession. Same thing with drag. I just went out to Halloween. It's Halloween party. I just decided to dress up, and
And
after that it just happened. You know, I got the
somehow,
opportunity
yeah.
to do the parties, you know, to do hosting and perform. I was like, okay, go. You know, when the opportunity is there and it feels right, that is honestly the time for you to go. I have to admit, I was really scared in the beginning.
Oh, it
Even
must be horrifying.
in the beginning, to like, you know,
Like
really
what, like
okay,
yeah,
take it seriously, go. You know, to take
yeah,
it
like what am I
seriously.
supposed to do? Like what's the next step
Yeah.
with
But
no
I
one
think
to
that's
guide you? Yeah.
yeah, but I think that's the beautiful part about life. You know, you just go with it and you continue experiencing and learning. It's part of the journey. It's part of the journey. I mean, you cannot be afraid to fail. That's one thing that I learned. Yeah, you cannot be afraid to fail. You have to fail to succeed.
Wow,
Everybody
that
knows that, right?
yes, yes.
Right.
People know it, but then sometimes we still need to hear it.
Okay, I'll
And
remind you guys.
yes,
I'll
yes,
remind you guys. Okay.
yes. We need a reminder here and then, and we need it from Kumela Kumslut. Now, before we wrap this whole segment up, this is the last question I have for you today. Give us one advice for people who want to explore or dive into self-expression.
Always wear
One
what makes you feel good.
period.
It doesn't make you feel good, don't wear it.
Fashion is expression, not consumption.
Yes.
Yes, wow, that is a lot to take in. Well, that is all for our segment today. I hope all of you enjoyed our little chat with me and Kumela, and I hope it inspires you to dive more into fashion, explore, and also have more self-expression if you don't have that already. Well, bottom line, don't stop living life and try to find your purpose and find what you are supposed to do, because life is so short. Okay, if there's one thing you learned, that is what you learned today. Am I right, Kumela?
Yes, yes.
Don't let the
Just go
judgment
for it.
get to you. Yes, just go
Block
for
the
you.
noise,
Yes.
block the noise and go for it. Block the noise, go for it.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank
I hope
you
I had so
too.
much fun.
Me too.
I hope you had a great time. Now, for people who want to know more about Kumela Kumslut, what is your IG? Tell the people.
My IG is at Kumela Kumslut. That's KUMELA KUMSLUT. Kumela Kumslut with a K.
With a K.
Okay.
With a K, take note. And also, please stream her new debut single, Sunshine, on all platforms, on Spotify.
On Spotify.
On Spotify. Yes,
Yeah.
stream it. Now, if you would like to hear more about her journey along with other amazing drag queens, please join for the next session, which is Royalty Time with the Queens with Maybelline. Okay, I'm sure that is not something you want to miss. I'm telling you that. All right, so thank you so much again for watching Fashion for Lunch with Kumela Kumslut and Olivia. This is us signing off, and stay fabulous.